Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. If you are new here, please subscribe, click the notification bell, share everywhere, thumb up the video, please, and thank you.
It's showtime.
Season 3, Episode 7, These Fragile Lives. What do y'all think about it? I liked it. I think they gave us not a lot of information, but enough to continue with the theory train. I always like that. And right now, the members only chat is enabled. So if you're a member, you can comment. Everybody else has got to wait a little bit before they could put their 2 cents in. So thank you everybody for being a member. And I see 2 members have already joined us. We have Owen Supreme says he's first. Welcome. And I Kinda Love Etsy has joined the members only chat. Both members, salute to both of you. Thank you for being a member. Salute to both of you and anybody else who's a member who's watching from the cloud. So I wanted to start this a little bit later on in the day on Sunday versus early in the morning when I have done it before in the past as far as each episode, because I've been hearing people talk about, oh, I couldn't make it because I was asleep or I had to work. So just wanted to make sure that this was at a good time where enough people could attend and also people who had religious services could do that. Lisa, what's going on? Welcome. Another member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, showing the members love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Etsy says, hello, Fromily. Yeah. Lisa says, greetings. Love this freaking show. Or this freaking show. Maybe that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not really sure. But yes. And also I have a poll in the chat. Even if you're not a member, you can participate in the poll. Right now, the poll options are, what would you like to start with? And I'll do a little chit chat while waiting to see if anybody else is going to vote. Right now, we currently have 21 viewers with 18 votes, which is pretty much the majority of people have voted. And right now, a lot of people, or a majority, want a review of episode 7, besides talking about the corpse behind the closet, which I have something on that, which I believe is correct. And you can let me know if you believe it or not. Then also Tilly, we're going to go over that. And a surprise. I have done a little bit of research in these, so we'll just say, internet streets, and I have a surprise for you. So we got 21% wanting the surprise, 63% wanting the review or summary of the entire episode. 16% wants the corpse behind the closet. Nobody is showing Tilly any love.
Oh no.
So no love for Tilly. It's all good. It's all good. And spoiler alert, if you have not seen season 3, episode 7, you're going to get spoiled. So you got a couple of really seconds to get out before we get into some spoiler talk. And I'm going to go through my comment section. Any comments that I haven't addressed, I'll just kind of talk about here while waiting to see if anybody else files in and wants to vote. So yeah, it looks like it's no love for Tilly. Wow.
Slayer.
Yeah, and that's kind of we'll just say a foreshadowing as to what happened to Tilly, in case you haven't seen the episode. Yeah. Yep. So with my comment section, and we're gonna take a look at it, because I always enjoy when people comment in the comment section. All right, let's see. Want to make it to where you can see it. That should be good. All right, so PM 9631 asks what time. We are live now. I should have answered it a while back. But I get more notifications for comments when they come from members than they do for non-members. So just FYI. But so sorry, I kind of answered that late. But yeah, we are live right now. I put 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully she got that from her notifications. And so someone says, and this is Emilio Lever. We'll just say 7485. And Kui means remember. Okay, so I was saying or thinking that in Kui was a language, but Emilio says that it means remember. And it would make sense because when we talk about the corpse, that's going to play a factor into that. And I think a Kui might mean remember. It may be a language. We don't know. The writers may not even tell us what it actually means. We may have to guess because there have been signs this season 3, that characters are doing stuff even when the show is not running. Spade, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, wow.
So what I mean is Jim just casually was speaking to Jade and Tabitha and was like, oh yeah, I went to the bottle tree and took some bottles down. We didn't see it as a viewer. So we've seen different situations where people have just done a tell but not show, which to me means that we as viewers, the fandom, we are not just simply viewers, we are also characters on the show. And let me explain. So with other people on the show, the other characters, they have to, of course, be told something to know something. Whereas with us, we have had the luxury of seeing something, and if we don't see it or don't hear about it, it didn't happen. So now it's almost like the characters on the show are treating us like they treat each other, in that they're doing stuff right now, even though an episode is not airing. Yeah. So even though there's no episode, or, episode 7, of course, went off and we saw what happened with that, we'll do a reaction in a few minutes when I'm done right in my mouth, that the characters are still doing stuff on the show, and we might not know about it until they tell another character about it. So it's almost like we are on the show with them, discovering stuff as they tell us or show us, just like Sims. Hopefully I'm not too confusing with that. Because if you ever played Sims, then you know that the Sims can do stuff even when you're not controlling them. So interesting about that. And so MG Merkin Says actually recently thought similarly myself based on the painting from Miranda's basement studio with the Puritan pilgrim looking fellow with the white beard talking about the Roanoke colony disappearance. Someone asked me, let's see. Yeah, and so Lisa's already hit on what I'm about to talk about as far as the corpse. So I kind of scroll past that so you don't really see it. to not spoil the surprise since people are still voting. So yeah, I think thought I saw something. Maybe I answered it. I don't know. Oh yeah, so Boxy fan says that pay attention. Julie gave Boyd the rope after time traveling. Okay, we got another time travel believer. And Gons 702 says don't skip the intro. So I'll include the intro and talking about this, but not really sure what in the intro that we're missing. And maybe it'll come to me what I saw that I wanted to kind of address. But oh well. Oh well. So enough about that. And so far we have out of 26 votes, it's going up and down, 27 votes, 40 people watching, 62% want a review summary. People are wanting that. And so, yeah, I was told about look at the opening, don't skip the intro. So I'm going to go through the intro, no sound, of course, just to understand like what are we supposed to be looking at, or what am I supposed to be looking at? Maybe you all can let me know what I'm missing because, I mean, besides the normal stuff for the intro, only thing that's different for as far as what I've seen is just maybe more alluding to Miranda's paintings or whatever. All right, so this right here is what is this? Yeah, okay, this is the whole episode. Hold up, y'all. My bad. Pull the whole episode up. Supposed to be getting something else. So I'm going to just kind of glance through the opening, tell you one thing I've noticed that's a little bit different, or as far as like new information that we didn't get. And it kind of alludes to the twins. There's a picture of twins. Let's see. All right, so here we go. All right, no sound because MGM be hating. You already know how it is. All right, so here it is. Yeah, not really and I'm assuming the intro is like the song "Que Sera Sera," not necessarily the previously on From stuff. Okay, normal opening. Okay. All right, we got the drawing of the birds and the fallen tree road. More of the forest that they really have not explored. All right, so I guess that's supposed to be maybe Victor and Eloise and a dog. Yeah, he said don't skip the intro. I'm missing anything, y'all? What am I missing? Okay, that's the intro. A few changes. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Have I skipped any changes? Because it looks the same to me. I don't know. So K Sarah Sarah has changed. You mean as far as the actual song? So the song has changed. Let me play the song. All right, let's see. Where do we?
Will I be pretty? Will I?
Wait a minute now. Are y'all trolling? Are y'all trolling?
So basically, the folks or whoever it was in charge, they pulled some shenanigans.
Yeah, are y'all trolling? Because it sounds the same to me about midway through. Okay, I'm gonna go back and maybe listen. Most must be skipping it like I do. When I read the comment, I watched it. I'll have to go slower to see details. So I mean, the songs appeared to be the same. I just played it. The song appeared to be the same, and just kind of going through the visual of the intro. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it looks the same to me. Kind of the same stuff. I don't know, y'all. Look the same to me. What do you all think? I got the wrong one on the screen. That's why y'all can't see what I'm looking at. Yeah, I don't know what I was showing y'all, but from what I'm seeing, it looks the same. I don't know. I think y'all are trolling. I think y'all are trolling.
All right.
Looks the same to me. I'm looking at it. I don't really see anything different.
Previously on Friday.
I don't really see anything different. Yeah, same old to me. All right, let's see about the voting. Maybe something I missed. Not the song. Continue with the video. You were almost there. Keep going. Next few frames. Then are a couple of additional frames. I don't know. I don't know. I, I'm going to push the I believe button, but it just looks the same to me, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so 59 people watching. Currently, I have 22 thumbs up. Let's get the likes up. Get a thumbs up, please. And then out of 59 people watching, currently have 52% want a episode 7 review. Everyone else, majority, well, not majority, but everybody else wants the corpse behind the closet. They're chomping at the bit. And a few of you all want the surprise. So we're going to go through the summary. I don't know, y'all. I mean, I'm looking at the opening and it just looks kind of the same. So, okay, so here's one thing that I noticed that was different. Well, not really different, but we got this from inside of Henry's basement and the idea of twins. So we haven't seen the twins or any type of twin action in the show, but apparently they're supposed to be twin monsters. So let me show you all. Let's see. I'm gonna show you all the twin monsters. Yeah, because there was some twin monsters. We haven't seen twin monsters or twin creatures before, like Siamese twins. We haven't seen that before. I saw that in the picture in the Henry's basement of interesting stuff. Let's see. Thought I had it ready, y'all. It's going to be around here somewhere. Okay, Henry shows Tabitha the basement. He took her to the creepy basement. If From wasn't a friendly show, I'd be thinking that he was trying to keep her in the basement. All right, here goes some basement action. Henry letting us know he doesn't get out that much. All right, there. No, do they show it again? Yeah, they do. Try to get a better frame of it. Right there. All right. There we go. There's our basement twins. So these are what appears to be creatures that are conjoined twins, like conjoined at the head. Maybe just conjoined sisters, maybe not necessarily twins. Uh-oh. So I did notice that in the intro. Because I've always seen like the picture of what appears to be two siblings on the left there, and I didn't think anything of it when I saw it. But then going and seeing this twin action, I guess these creatures, maybe these creatures will be introduced season 4 or something, or maybe at the end of season 3. Who knows? So just that connection right there to me is somewhat of a hint that it's possible that the creatures, maybe back when they were human, maybe they lived in the town and for some reason they're going to the cave, maybe because they're more creature-like or something. But we've seen that the smiley creature didn't burn up in the sun after Boy put the worms in them. So I don't think the sun hurts them. I think they go to the cave instinctively. Not really sure. So that's one thing I did notice. Yeah, get the thumbs up. Thank you, Vanessa Wicked. Oh, and Vanessa, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a channel member. I know you all are tired of hearing the music, but guess what? You're going to hear it because we celebrate members around here. All right, so Lisa said that she'll send the timestamps later. I'll look at it again and just kind of play it. I don't want to just, kind of harp on it. But somebody just said to look at it in my comment section. We looked at it. I saw the twin action. Everything else looks and sounds the same to me. Maybe I'm missing it right now while I'm live. Maybe I missed it when I watched it. But yeah, Lisa said that she's going to inform us on what's going on with that and give timestamps. So you all hold her to it. Hold her to it, y'all. Hold her to it. Yep. All right, so based off of the polling, we're going to do a review of episode 7. Then we'll talk about the corpse when it comes up. Talk about Tilly when it comes up and the surprise afterwards. So I kind of love, Etsy says, looks like Tabitha when she was dressed like Little Red Riding Hood. Maybe she has a twin. You think Tabitha is that ugly? Wow. Tabitha does not look that bad, y'all. She does not look that bad. If the actress who plays Tabitha is watching, you don't look that bad. You don't look that bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, those twins look like straight demons. They're on demon time with the blood coming down. Yeah, straight demon time. Wow. Yeah, Etsy says Tabitha is oogly in the face. Ouch. Ouch. All right, without further ado, let's take all this stuff down. We couldn't find what we were supposed to find. Let's take everything down and get to this review so people are not upset that we're taking too much of a detour since the people have spoken. Let me close a couple of windows. Because now it is review time. All right, time for the percolator, time for the review. So you got one more chance to avoid any spoilers in case you want to watch the episode for yourself, which I recommend. All right. So polling has stopped. People have spoken. Episode 7, review summary. Poll has ended. Yeah, Vanessa says, let's get this started. All right, let's do this.
Get your tea and your popcorn, because this is going to be another good one.
All right, so it opens up with Fatima getting the bad news that she's not preggers. I think it's that whatever technology that we have as humans can't pick up what's inside of her, because something is definitely inside of her making her eat trash. Okay, I know a couple of y'all are like, well, no, Fatima just trash ass. No, she really is pregnant with something, but an ultrasound cannot determine that, and she's freaking out about it. Christy and Marielle, they're like, hey, nothing's in there. Nothing's in there. And this is where Christy's got the 1970s hairstyle going. Her and Boyd have a back and forth. Boyd tells her to figure it out. Christy's like, I don't know what to do. I don't have the answers. And Christy later reveals that she's a doctor. So I thought she was a first year med student. Maybe even an EMS, but now she is a doctor. Maybe she's saying that she's the title of a doctor, but Christy has been promoted to doctor status. So shout out to Christy for the promotion. Yeah, and Boy goes outside. He's not wondering what to do. So Victor is talking to Jasper, wanting Jasper to talk. Victor's acting like he's the bad cop. Jasper's been arrested. He wants Jasper to spill the beans. Jasper is silent. I plead the fifth. And this is when Henry comes in. Henry is looking at Victor like, hey, you crazy because you're talking to a doll. I don't know why he keeps calling Jasper a doll or a toy, being disrespectful. It is a dummy. But anyway, he's trying to tell Victor to let it go. Victor's like, I can't let it go. Victor picks up the Jasper doll and storms out. He's got to go. And this is where Elgin, he makes something for Fatima. How cute.
Oh.
I guess it's kind of like a carousel for babies. Elgin's getting into the spirit of baby season, baby fever with Fatima. Tilly's there. She's like, oh, that's real cute. Elgin hangs it up, and the Polaroid camera takes a picture on its own. Instead of Elgin being a normal person and saying that, okay, this is creepy, it's probably a trap, he looks at the Polaroid, he goes to the Polaroid, looks at it, and is like, you know what? I'm gonna go solve the mystery on my own. Oh, Elgin. I mean, he is expendable because he's not a core main character. Because when it comes to the storylines, it's either Tabitha, Jade, and Boyd. If you're not Tabitha, Jade, and Boyd, you don't have plot armor. So Elgin, he's running out there in these From streets with no plot armor. What's going on? Oh, Vanessa has gifted 1 channel membership. Thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for helping us grow the army. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Lisa says, paging Dr. Christie. Exactly. Vanessa's like, Henry's like, what WTF did Tabitha bring me into? Yeah, he's going to allude to that later on in the episode. He's going to lose his mind. I would lose my mind too. You thinking your son is deceased? Dude, look, y'all. I know a lot of y'all are like, yeah, Henry's good for Victor. He's going to help him open up. You got to understand, Victor is 50. So even though Henry's back in his life, he can't really be a dad. And Victor is doing stuff without Henry. So Henry is not the support animal that we think he is. I think Victor is just, he's just like, you know what? It's time for me to get off the bench. It's time for me to stop playing. That's really what it is. Yeah. Yeah, Victor is just tired of being on the bench, I guess. And the writers are writing characters doing different stuff than they normally do. And Victor's got the courage. He's got the courage to go take Jasper and go in private somewhere. Yeah, I know, right? Right on, Jasper, right on. All right, welcome. Yeah, welcome, Nikisha Moore. Who got the gifted membership? If you got a gifted membership from Vanessa, make sure you thank her. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. All right, so Elgin, he's got the Polaroid. He looks at it. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go on this adventure. He doesn't see anything wrong with this. I guess it's normal to him. But his response to the kimono dragon lady, to me, tells me that he's had a conversation with her off screen. Like I was saying in the beginning of this stream, he had a conversation with her off screen. And that's why he's so down to go to where she's at. I bet it's going to come out that Elgin's going to say, oh, yeah, you know, we hung out, we went on a date, and we did this, we did that. So, yeah.
Let's do the damn thing.
Marielle is comforting Fatima, checking on her patient. Fatima's still telling people, hey, I'm pregnant. I know I'm pregnant. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Ellis comes in. Instead of just lying to Fatima and saying, yeah, I believe you're pregnant, Elgin decides to deflect. Wrong answer. He and Jim are giving a bunch of wrong answers. Yeah, a bunch of wrong answers. Ellis wants to help her out. Fatima's getting upset. She kind of comes across pregnant to me. I'm just saying. All right, so Donna and Boyd are having a walk in the snow, contemplating what to do about Fatima in case she goes crazy, like Abby did. What will Boyd do if Fatima goes crazy? It should be easier for him to take care of Fatima than Abby because, I mean, with Fatima, he ain't been knowing her that long. Boyd has not known Tabitha long enough to really just be like, it's going to be tough for me to do this and tough to do that. Just saying.
Get up out of here. I'm trapping.
Right. She's not even pregnant, according to Christy and Marielle. So if she go crazy, she go crazy. It's time to take old Yella into the back of the home and do what you got to do with old Yella.
Stinky.
Right. Vanessa says Elgin is so happy with the ghost lady. Exactly. I'm telling y'all, I know I had it wrong with Julie and Elgin. I'm going to eat that. I eat that. Okay. I've eaten that. I was wrong about that. But if you all hear Elgin say, yeah, I'm about to get married and it's somebody that you all have never met but has been around for a long time, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I'll be like, okay, maybe I had the wrong person. But yeah, Elgin, he's going on a date later on in the episode. Yeah, Elgin believes the kimono lady. Yeah, I think he does believe her, which I think is going to be a mistake if you ask me. All right, Lisa's got to go, so I miss you all. Don't worry, the replay is just as good. And also, I'm going to do more members-only streams, but the replay is just as good. Sorry, you got to go. I tried to pick a time when I thought a lot of people would be available. Life happens, y'all. Life happens. All right, so they contemplated. Boyd's like, he'll figure it out. Donna's like, okay, as long as you figure it out, guess what? Fatima got to go. We taking in Kenny. Fatima got to go. Ellis can go with her. Fatima got to go. She is kicked out of Colony House, kicked off the island. Yeah, kicked off the island. All right, so Jim and his team went out and found some food, fresh food. Fatima's not gonna like that. And guess who comes rolling up? Tabitha, Jade, and Ethan. They come rolling up to go see these areas or these humanoid statues. Jim's like, WTF, what's going on? Tells the team to go on without him. Okay, tells team to go on without him because he wants to stay and I guess be Debbie Downer because, you know, he's been holding Tabitha back, in my opinion. I know a lot of y'all don't believe that. It is what it is. Yeah, holding Tabitha back. Julie's talking to Randall, decides to accompany him even though he don't want her to go. Julie's in her annoying stage. And so Elgin, he goes to the cellar where the Polaroid told him to go. And now here's one thing I want to show y'all. The Polaroid, it's got an actual picture with snow and everything. The kimono lady's a bad lady because she took the Polaroid or used the Polaroid at Colony House. And it took a picture right there where the cellar is. I'm telling y'all, that's somebody, you know what? Who does Polaroid? Kodak? Someone owes the kimono lady a check, okay? I'm sure that she could be at some of y'all's weddings taking pictures, and you'd be like, where's the camera? Don't worry about the camera. Don't need no camera. Don't need no camera. Don't need no camera. So Elgin showed this Polaroid picture. He's like, you know what? Here, this is the place. I'm going to go in by myself. I'm going to go in. Everything should be all right. Okay. Okay, so he's meeting up. He's meeting up for a call. He goes inside, takes out a flashlight. He has no weapon on him. No weapon, just a backpack like Dora the Explorer and a flashlight, no weapon. Looks around. All right, looks around. He sees the door, the same door that Jade saw when Jade had the vision of the Confederate soldier underneath the boulder, and it's an armoire. Uh-oh, what's inside the armoire? What's inside the armoire? Let's find out. He goes into it real slow. He's a little bit nervous. Still no weapon. Opens it up. And so just the fact that Elgin opened it up and stayed in front of the armoire, he feels real comfortable. He feels real secure. He feels really, really safe with this kimono lady. Vanessa says nothing but his flesh curls. I know, right? Vanessa says, yes, Julie is barking up the wrong tree. Yes, she is. She is. So Vanessa says Julie and Elgin could still be a thing. Now, look, I didn't say this. She said it, y'all. This is coming from Vanessa. Vanessa said it, not me. Okay, so y'all give her the smoke, not me. Not me. So Vanessa says Tabitha and her boo Jade. Yeah. I think that Jade, with him being more understanding than Jim, I don't think they're going to bump uglies or anything like that. But I think if something happens to Jim, Jade's going to be like, well, I do fit in better with you than old boy. Okay. Yeah, I don't think Tabitha and Jade are going to have anything going on, but I do think that Jade makes it better. Anyway. All right, I digress. All right, so yep, that's all we got right now. 77 people watching currently, have only 39 likes, so I guess you all must not like the video or like the stream. You all must not like it. Yikes. Shots fired. It's all good. I like it. He opens up the armoire. Nothing inside. So at this point, I was like, oh, okay. They're doing a psych out. So he leaves. As he leaves, he gets 3 knocks. 3 knocks that struck him to turn around. And then he hears 2 knocks. And guess what this dude does? He pushes the armoire out the way and it reveals a red door. So what we see in front of us is a cot. I don't know if you all ever used a cot before, but when you're done using the cot, you always put it up on the wall so that anything that got on the cot will fall into the ground. It's like a camper thing. So that's the cot. Not really a camper thing, but that's kind of like just what people do with cots because they're not like a regular bed. So Elgin, he walks in. So when he walks in, the first thing that he does, he goes straight to the cot, doesn't even clear the room or look around. Oh, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. So Acosta, she goes and talks to Kenny, has a cringy moment with Kenny. Kenny makes her I think he made her tea. Acosta's flipping out, wondering why no one's asking questions. Acosta, you just got there. Give it time. Give it time. You will, I guess, adapt sooner or later.
But that's okay.
Yeah, so Acosta's doing the same thing people have done when they first arrived. Kenny points that out. And there more action at the area where Tabitha talks about how she was dreaming about this place. Ethan makes some comments that don't really hold any weight. Jim and Tabitha have are you sure about this? And blah, blah, blah. Tabitha's like, you got to believe me. I had a dream. Well, guess who does believe her? Guess who does believe her? Oh, you know what? Getting ahead of myself. They have a back and forth about her dream. Spoiler alert. Jade believes her. Jade believes her. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Simping activate.
All right, so Julie and Randall, they take a stroll in the park. More of Acosta complaining no one's asking any questions. Kenny makes a coffee for her. Talks about how he lost his mom and lost his mom and dad in Fromville. Acosta's just like wondering what to do. She doesn't drink the coffee. How rude. How rude of Acosta to let that man make her coffee and she doesn't even want to drink it. But I can't blame her because these days, with the Diddy's of the world, you can't drink from nobody. I'm just saying, you can't drink from nobody.
That was sus.
You can't drink from nobody, y'all. You can't drink from anybody. All right, Acosta's flipping out. She's flipping out, doing her flip out thing. Bacta comes in. I thought Bacta was the town cook. Bacta's wondering can we do something more with the diner? I thought you was already doing something with the diner, Bacta. You was in there cooking last time. But okay, so I guess Bacta's wanting to replace Tian Chen Lu and open up the diner again. Good for her. Yeah, Etsy says Kenny was being nice. Yeah, he was. He was. It was nice of him. All right, so Elgin, he goes in. The first thing he does is he puts the cot on the ground. I guess he plans to spend the night. I don't know. So he doesn't look around and search the room, and so we get to the corpse. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the corpse thing now. Actually, you know what? No. I'm not going to do the corpse thing now. We'll finish the review as promised. Then we'll get to the corpse thing. So, and the kimono lady, she's just sitting there in the corner, looking her normal, crazy, sad self. And the fact that Elgin, he trusts her, because what if the kimono lady would have closed the door and would have punched him and been doing a whole bunch of other stuff? He would have been powerless. But okay, whatever. All right, we're going to listen to what Elgin said to the corpse lady, and then we'll circle back to it. Then we'll circle back. He pulls the cover off the corpse. He says it stinks, or he motions that it stinks.
Previously on Friday.
Oh, I messed up, y'all. My bad. Hold up. My bad, y'all. Sorry about that. All right, it's coming up right now.
Is this really where it happens?
Is this really where it happens? All right, so put a bookmark in that. Is this really where it happens? Meaning that there's something that they talked about that happens and it affects future events, which to me means that the kimono lady is from the future. We'll get back to that after the review. Oh, what's going on? Just me. Thank you for the super chat. Just me says, no idea how to become a member. Elgin says, is this where it happens? What is the it he's referring to? We'll get to that. But thank you for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So if you want to know about channel membership, there is something in the description. If you have iOS, there's a video and a link to how you can join channel membership if you are on iOS. If not, we're going to actually pause, and I'm glad that you super chatted and reminded me. We're going to pause and do an advertisement that will show you and everybody else how you can join channel membership. All right there. So you can join a channel membership by clicking the join button. It is to the right of Parkland Media. That is right here on this YouTube page. If you have an Apple, you have a MacBook or you have an iPhone, to join channel membership using iOS, there's a link in the description. You can just click on that link in the description, or you can watch the video and go through those steps. So that is how you join the channel membership. And again, thank you for super chatting. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, if anybody else wants to donate, please support. And if you don't want to do channel membership using the join button, that's cool. I'm okay with that. If you don't want to do super thanks or super chat, that's cool with that as well. You can also donate by using Cash App. If that's something you'd want to do with the Cash App donation, I get like 100% of that. So to donate for by Cash App, it is, don't forget to hit the subscribe and click the notification bell and make sure you select all so you don't miss out on any of my uploads or live streams when I do go live. Also, please thumb up the video and hit the super thanks if you want to donate and support the channel. You can also support by sending donations through Cash App. That's $Spade Parkland. Join $Spade Parkland is how you can donate by Cash App. Thank you. And again, thank you for the super chat. All right, let's see. So yeah, the kimono lady, she's they must have had a conversation off screen as far as this is where it happens. We'll circle back to that after this review is over with and discuss my thoughts on that. So yeah, Love Etsy says, yeah, pause for the cause. Exactly. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just me. So don't worry, just me. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. And as a matter of fact, let me add you as a moderator. Another way of saying thank you for your donation. So currently, right now, there's currently 75 people watching, or 74, 47 likes. I guess y'all don't like this. It's all good. Maybe when I open up the chat, people will be more receptive. After the review, I'll open the chat up, and then we'll go through and we'll knock out a few things. So Victor, he takes Jasper, goes to Sarah's, wants to use her basement again for secrets. Very odd, but in a previous episode, Victor said that he and Eloise used to go to the basement. That's where he feels familiar and safe, especially with Sarah. I'm telling you, Sarah is the one that makes him feel safe and confident, and not Henry, which is why later on in the episode, Henry's going to say that he feels inadequate. And I mean, he kind of should. So Randall and Julie, they have an outing. They go for a drive. They're going to go for a drive. This scene is where Henry goes to Donna, and he says he had a thought that he wished that Victor was still, well, he wished that Victor was still unalive in his eye, that Victor was deceased, and that he wasn't in Fromville because I guess it was easier for him like that. And I can understand, because Victor's 50. He's 50. You just came back in his life. There's nothing you can do for Victor. It is what it is. So what does Henry do? What most people do, they drink. Yeah, he said, let me get my drink on. He and Donna have a drink together. And this is where Boyd has a cringe scene with Acosta. It's just the cringiest scene. Acosta comes in, I'm a real cop. You're a mall cop. You're a rent-a-cop. Give me my gun. I'm going to go do some real police work. I'm going to go do some real police work. And Boyd's response is, well, you've only been on the force, 3 days? Well, I mean, Boyd, she's on a force, and you are appointed the sheriff, I guess self-appointed. So yeah, Acosta, in the previous episode, Acosta came in all sheepish. I'm sorry about what happened. I got an idea. And Acosta was right, keep people busy. That'll keep them from beating each other up. So Acosta was right, she came in sheepish. But this episode, she was about that life, okay? She was about that life this episode. Oh, what's going on? Michael, thank you for joining us. Thank you also for being a channel member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Etsy says that Acosta can get these hands. Wow. I mean, she's got a firearm now. No bullets, but she's got a firearm. So I think later on she's going to have a flashlight, and she's gonna go to actually do patrols. So, but yeah, Etsy, sorry about that. Etsy says she can get these hands. So they have the most cringiest scene in the entire series. They get in each other's faces, I guess, trying to create tension. I guess what the writers are trying to do. It's just weird. Because Boyd, they're in each other's faces. I mean, what? Acosta, what exactly are you going to do with a firearm? And Boyd, what exactly is it going to solve to keep the firearm from her? I know unhinged and you take everybody's firearm and standard procedure. But I mean, if you're going to give her the firearm and not the bullets, it's, to me, that's not really putting your foot down, because she may have rounds on her already. Unless you searched her, giving her her firearm with no rounds, she may have rounds already. She may have had another victory. But anyway, but then just her flashing the firearm will send people into a frenzy. So Boyd should have stood his ground and said no, and just went ahead and gave her them hands. But he went ahead and acquiesced and gave her the firearm, no bullets. Yep, so Acosta got what she wanted. She wanted her gun back. She didn't say that she wanted a loaded gun back. So you got to be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. And she kind of looks back. I'm going to do some real police work now. Shut up, Acosta. Shut up. Man. Yeah, I know. Acosta's being all assertive and sassy. All assertive and sassy. Okay. Henry and Donna drinking. He's saying that he kind of had a feeling that he wished that Victor was not alive and that he wasn't in Fromville, so he wouldn't have to feel inadequate. I understand. Donna's face may not understand, but I understand. But then Donna soon understood what he was saying, poured him another drink, they got to drinking. And this is where Tabitha goes more into saying she had a dream. She shows them where the rock was, and Jade makes a really good point. If Tabitha had a dream of Fromville when she was a child, the same dream over and over and over again, and then ended up in Fromville, that means that she, maybe even people on the show, do not have free will. If this force can show you Fromville in a dream when you're outside of Fromville, pull you into Fromville, push you out of Fromville, pull you back into Fromville again. Because to me, Fromville is a pocket universe, like Dale was saying. Rest in peace to Dale. And the dungeon of the music box monster is a pocket dimension. Okay, I'll explain that again if need be. So Fromville is a pocket universe that moves. That's the reason why you could have 100 different people on 100 different highways driving, and all of them could end up in Fromville because Fromville moves. I'm thinking that Fromville is kind of like, if you want to just visualize it, and don't quote me on it, there's a movie called Nope by Jordan Peele. Nope stands, N-O-P-E is Nope. It stands for Not of Planet Earth. Spoiler alert if you want to see that movie. So with Nope, it's like an alien that basically lives in the clouds, swoops down to eat, and then goes back in the clouds. To me, Fromville is kind of like that, where it moves and it pulls you into it. And so when it pulls you into it, initially you go to the Fallen Tree Road. Whatever trees are nearby are the trees that you're going to see on the Fallen Tree Road. You turn around, and that's when you go into the actual trap of Fromville. So Fromville moves. So the fact that Tabitha, according to Jade, and I agree with him, that Tabitha had these dreams as a child, the same nightmare, and she remembers it so vividly, and we saw it on the previous episode, where she was looking like Little Red Riding Hood, and she ended up in Fromville. There really is no free will. It's all about determinism or fate. And so the fact that Tabitha was looking like Little Red Riding Hood in the flashback that they showed us, I think that is hinting to not just her having a dream, but reincarnation. So what about the human farm? So the human farm is still valid, but it's just that, so going back to what, I think his name was Tom, the bartender, was telling Jade, Fromville is a place that is rule-based, but in time it has adapted and has multiple uses now. So let's say Fromville as a pocket universe was created, let's say by God, and it was originally the Garden of Eden. And in the Bible, God took the Garden of Eden, put it into heaven after Adam and Eve ate the apple. Well, the fact that he could move the Garden of Eden means that it's a place, a physical place that can move to a higher dimensional plane, which in this example is heaven, if you believe in the Bible and you believe in heaven. So with that being said, the Garden of Eden originally was a garden or just a place, but it can be molded in time to be like a farm if you have a bunch of demons and stuff and creatures running around getting humans. It can kind of become just like a farm, because the farm metaphor is just thinking of that the same way that we as people go to the supermarket and buy meat, unless you're a fruitarian or you're a vegan or vegetarian, maybe you don't eat meat or whatever. But when you go to the supermarket and you eat meat, you really don't think what that animal went through to become that meat. You just buy the meat, you cook it, you eat it. And to me, the creatures are the same way. And the monsters are the same way. They view us the way that we view pigs, the way that we view cows. Yeah, you can give them a name, you can pet them, but sooner or later, they're going to be dinner. They're going to be producing milk that you're going to drink. They're going to be a means to an end. And that's, to me, the same way. That's the same way the creatures and the monsters, maybe even the entity that created Fromville, views us as things that are a means to an end. We're on the same food chain. We're on the same food chain as every other animal. So yeah, it's also a farm. It could have multiple uses. It depends on who you're talking to, who you're interacting with. So I'm glad that Vanessa brought that up. All right, so Michael says, put her in the box for carelessly unaliving someone like Frank got for his daughter's death. Talking about Fatima at the end of the episode. We're getting ahead. Yeah, people going in the box. We'll get to that. 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 So Adjust Me says, I think Fatima broke that night at the sheriff's station, and that's when she began to turn a monster, hence the looking in the mirror scene. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And I don't think it's because of the worms from Boyd's transfusion going into, or the blood transfusion going into Ellis. I don't think that has anything to do with Fatima being pregnant, because the worms were just the worms that went into the Smiley creature came from Martin. And the worms have, the effect they had was making people itch. So it did heal Boyd's Parkinson, and maybe that put healing properties in Boyd's blood that went to Ellis, that went to Fatima. I just don't really see that being a thing, but it could be a thing. Because, I mean, that could be an explanation, that the worms put a healing properties into Boyd's blood. It went to Ellis, and Ellis transferred it to Fatima. You know what, y'all? You know what? I think we stumbled upon how Fatima got pregnant. I think we stumbled upon it. I think we stumbled upon it. All right, so back to the review. And this is where Jay talks about free will versus determinism, and that it was always determined that Tabitha was going to end up in Fromville. She didn't really have a choice. Jim looking on. Yep. That's where Jade explains it. Ellis is in the kitchen with Tilly. He's worried about Fatima. Tilly takes the tea up to Fatima, and this foreshadows, well, not foreshadows, but this kind of gives Tilly the idea to check on Fatima later on in the episode. Yep, they kind of have their moment. He's a first-time dad. He's worried. So Just Me says, I really wished we got more of Abby's time there. I think she could relate heavily to Tabitha and Fatima. Well, I think if we did get more time with Abby, she would have been shooting folks, okay? So maybe it's a good thing that we didn't get more Abby time because she was playing Duck Hunt.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Yep. That sums up that scene. And Fatima, she kind of has like a pregnancy attack. She throws up. Don't want to see that. Let's get this. Yeah. She throws up. And she starts having some type of convulsions in her stomach. She definitely has a parasite inside of her. She definitely has a parasite inside of her. So, yeah, she's pregnant with something. She's pregnant with something. Those look like fingers that are like holding onto her rib cage. Yeah, something is pretty much absorbing her because she's not eating trash. Ellis comes in. He doesn't see anything. Maybe it was in Fatima's head. This kind of encourages Ellis to go to the nurse's station to try to get some psychiatric drugs later on in the episode. So Julie and Randall, they're having a stroll in the park driving. They're having a little bit of a moment. Randall has an attack with the cicadas. Julie cannot see or hear the cicadas. So I don't know why only Randall's affected like that. I don't know. But they have a stroll and they go to... No, they have the stroll. Later on, they're going to go to the dungeon of the music box monster. This is where Ellis, he's going in there trying to score some substances. Christy says no, like Dare back in the day, say no to drugs. Yep, Christy standing her ground, even though she's on crutches and can't really physically do anything. Ellis puts the prescription medication on the counter and storms off. That's Boyd. He's talking to Ellis. We're going to figure something out. They do an embrace. So yeah, now we're at Julie and Ellis taking a stroll in the park. They go to the ruins. So here's what I mean as far as what I said earlier about a pocket dimension. So I believe that the lair of the music box monster is right there. And so Fromville, you know how I mentioned the whole nope thing, not a planet Earth, how Fromville moves and it sucks something up. So I believe that Fromville sucked up what the initial layer was, and that the actual layer is in another dimension, and what was left from Fromville sucking up the physical part of the layer is on the physical plane that they're at. So the layer is right there. The only part they can see and probably interact with is the physical part that wasn't sucked up in the Fromville. And I think that explains why Fromville has always existed and has absorbed buildings and stuff, because Fromville as a pocket universe moves, and it can also have certain things go to a pocket dimension. I know it sounds confusing. I'll elaborate more if need be, but that's the reason why we can see that part of the ruins, but you can't really access the actual layer that the ruins are attached to without going through a faraway tree, using the lamp that Boyd had when he lit it and was able to go back into that pocket dimension. It could be the future, that could be the past, that could be so, but right there, I believe that it's a pocket dimension and there's only certain ways you can access it, similar to how you can only access heaven or hell by going through certain conditions, because there's a physical and energy barrier between our dimension and a higher dimension, which would be like heaven. And, you know, I kind of went into that with the 10th dimensional being video. I'm not going to bore you with that here, but I think that the layer is in another dimension, even though what's left of it is in this physical plane. And that's why you can't just simply walk and go into it. You got to get to it by a special way. And the way the scene played out, Julie was saying that it was calling to her. I think Julie is going to find a way to access the layer access this pocket dimension, and possibly Julie might be the one to not only access this pocket dimension, but maybe be able to access other things, such as maybe time travel. Who knows? Who knows? All right, so Just B says Marielle also saw the music box in her dream. So I'm curious if that will have a significance later on in the series. Yeah, I mean, the music box monster was picking and choosing who was attacking because it even was interacting with Elgin and including Boyd. So I don't know. But remember, the music box monster and the worms were two separate monsters. Almost like the music box monster was maybe imprisoning the worms, or at least imprisoning Martin that had the worms. I think it may come out that some of the monsters are quote unquote good, using another Bible reference. So in the Bible, like in Enoch, the book of Enoch, when angels would go and talk to people, they would start off by saying, "Fear not." And because the angels, if you believe in that, they looked hideous by human standards. They looked scary. They looked intimidating, a bunch of eyes and looking like what we would perceive to be monsters. When you think about it, fallen angels that people have said have turned into demons and regular angels, they look the same. The difference is like their intention, as far as if it's quote unquote good or evil or bad or whatever. So with that being said, some monsters may be monsters, but they may be monsters that are imprisoning other monsters, or they may be doing something that's kind of like what we would perceive to be good. Because when Martin was flipping out because of the music box monster, we don't necessarily know if the music box monster had him imprisoned there because of the worms or because it wanted to imprison him. Now, granted, it kind of appeared the music box monster was like torturing Randall, Julie, and Marielle, but that wasn't the music box monster. That was the cicadas that came from when the worms got mixed in with Smiley. So by destroying the music box monster, it did release them, but we see that Randall is currently still suffering from the cicadas, and so is Marielle and Julie to a certain extent, based off what they've said. So they didn't defeat the cicadas. The cicadas just went into remission, if you will. So in other words, the music box monster may have been what caused the cicadas to do that in the first place. Music box monster is gone. Now the cicadas are able to do whatever they're going to do. Because I believe that the worms mixed with the Smiley creature and became the cicadas. And another indication is that when Abby, or 10th dimensional Abby or spiritual Abby, was in the RV, the music box monster was kind of like banging at the RV, then Abby appeared. I believe there are two separate entities. The creature stopped because of the music box monster, I guess, being a higher tier monster, not because of Abby per se. I mean, we really don't know why the creature stopped, but that was the first time we've seen the creatures stand waiting for something to clear out before engaging. All right, so Vanessa says Acosta needs an attitude adjustment. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Just B says, I think the music box monster is higher ranked than the monster, since in the RV, when the music played over the radio, the monsters just stood there. Exactly. So we're seeing somewhat of like a ranking system, that the music box monster may have been more powerful than we know. And by, like Abby was telling Boyd, Abby was like, don't destroy the box. Boyd destroyed the box, and by destroying the box, that was basically something that may have been keeping other monsters in check, even though the music box monster still was like harassing people. I think the music box itself was like a beacon that was like summoning other monsters. That was kind of like torturing people in their dreams. But, we'll never know, because we're not going to see the music box monster anymore, but we see the lair. And I think we're seeing the lair because Julie may end up being able to go to different dimensions, maybe even time travel. Who knows? Who knows? All right, let's take a look at the thumbs up right now. There's 79 people watching, just 52 likes. It's better than what it was before. Better than what it was before. I will take it. I appreciate it. Sorry, I didn't mean to clear my throat in y'all's face. Sorry about that. So I appreciate it. And if we can get it higher than that, cool. I'm satisfied with where we are now. So Julie's like the place is calling out to her. Randall says, pretty please. Randall says, pretty please. And he wants to go back home. He's the one that was taking this whole trip. And now he wants to go back home. Dang, Randall, we were so close to maybe getting some type of interaction between Julie and the lair of the music box monster, or the previous music box monster.
Sounds like Bussy talk to me.
Right, Randall's scaring out. He's supposed to be tough and stuff, and now he's scared. I mean, I understand why he's scared, but come on now. Come on. All right, so he says, pretty please, and they leave. So here comes the scene. Fatima, she's hungry, y'all. She's hungry. Yeah, she's hungry. She's tired of the baby, not baby, eating away at her. She's contemplating, just eat the trash, okay? You know you hungry. We know you hungry. Just eat the trash. Right. Yeah, and a lot of you all are funny because y'all been in the comment section saying that Fatima is eating trash because she is trash. Yeah, y'all are mean. So mean. And this is where Tilly comes in and she's like, what's going on? Because Fatima she's like hurting, maybe going through pregnancy pains. That's what I would be thinking. Tilly comes, try to help her out. Tilly being the good Samaritan. Fatima's hurting. She's hurting. Stop. Go away. Please. And all of a sudden, Fatima, in her quote unquote pain, I think the baby inside of her, the parasite, made her grab the shears. Boom! Yep. That's what you get. That's what you get for being a good Samaritan. Man. Man, man, man. Man, man, man. All right, so that's pretty much the review right there. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I mean, it was a very long review, like an hour and almost 30 minutes for me to get through that. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to open up the chat to everybody because now we're going to get to the good stuff. Getting to the good stuff now. Getting to the good stuff. Yep. So you all have been wanting to talk crazy. The chat has been released. Members only mode is off. Anybody can chat now. Any and everybody. Come one, come all. All right, so first we're going to start with Elgin and this corpse. All right. While I'm getting that ready, y'all please thumb up the video. Share everywhere. Thumb it up now since you've waited to do so if you have not done it. Even log in and do it. Please and thank you. Yeah, please and thank you if you have not already done that. And also share to your YouTube tab, which is your community section. All right, we got it set up. We got it set up. We're going to walk through this. And I'm going to show you all something. All right, so this is pretty much all of Elgin's scenes, and I'm going to bring up a picture. Well, I thought I was going to bring up a picture. There we go. There we go. I don't know what was going on. All right. So this is when Jade first arrived in the Fromville. He was happy. He was go-lucky. Here's Jade. And now we're going to bring up another picture of Jade. Here's Jade with the beard. So when Jade first arrived in the Fromville, he was happy, he was go-lucky, and Sarah was told by the voices to take out Toby, which was Jade's friend, because by having Toby deceased, it put Jade on the trajectory to be the person on the left, on the right over there. So Jade would not be able to become this guy if Toby was alive, because trying to figure out how to go home, figure out what happened to Toby, it put him on the trajectory to go from this to this, which is why I believe the voices told Sarah to unalive Toby and make it look like the creatures did it, because just in case if when she opened the door, the creatures didn't come, or just in case if maybe somebody like a human came and would close the door and put the talisman back up, it would guarantee that Toby would lose his life. So Kenny's father and the caretaker woman, they were collateral damage. The target was Toby. Because again, taking Toby's life prevented Jade from staying and being this guy. Jade would have stayed this guy, playing games, being arrogant, not wanting to work well with others, getting on substances all the time. He would have stayed this man-child if he was not put on the path to become this guy, with the first step being taking Toby's life. Debbie says, ooh wee. Yeah, welcome everybody. What's going on, Debbie? What's going on, Highly Dedicated? Garrett family, welcome. No, Garrett, you're not blocked. It was members only, not blocked. We finally get to see what's in Tilly's bag. Maybe. I don't think so. We'll get to Tilly in a moment, but I don't think Tilly's going to be deceased. I think Tilly's going to be okay. Because we had the ambulance and because we got Marielle and we have Christy, I don't think she's going to go the same fate as Tien Chen Lu. I could be wrong. Mita, let the mayhem begin. I know, right? Let the mayhem, let the games begin. All right, so keep that in mind. This is Jade on the left when he first came in, and this is the current Jade that's losing his mind. All right, so we got the Elgin scenes. Elgin goes to the cellar. He's going in. Then he moves the armoire. Moves the armoire. He sees a door is trapped. He sees the door is trapped and is like, you know what? I'm going to go inside. So the door being trapped like that means that somebody either, you know, because this is looking like a front door. It's not locked. You can open it and easily access it. It's looking like it's kind of like a secret room. I mean, it's a secret room, but the fact that they had the armoire up means that whoever was inside was either being made prisoner or they were hiding a body. And I think the person was just being hidden. Something was going on with the person that was inside to where they're being put there as a prisoner, and the person is not necessarily tied up. He puts down the cot, puts it up against the wall. It's a blink if you miss it moment. He gets the light, shines around the room. So from what I can see, and you really can't see that much, but from what I see, I don't see anything in there that's used to kind of like torture someone. So I think whoever this body is was suffering from something, and they were put there while they were like suffering, maybe going through some type of like change or something, maybe to detox them, maybe something, but boom. All right, so it's a blink and you miss it. It's a blink and you miss it. Hopefully you all can see. The corpse on the ground has the same shirt that Jade had on when he entered into Fromville. It's the same shirt, same shoes, same shirt, different pants. And what I'm believing is this. Because Elgin says or asks the kimono lady, is this where it started? And I'm going to play it again, just in case if you all missed it during the initial viewing of it.
Hey, what?
Is this really where it happens?
All right, so is this really where it happens? And I think where it happens is the fact that who we're seeing, this is either an alternate version of Jade or a time traveling version of Jade, where he must have went crazy and was put there kind of like imprisoning him. And the fact that he's got the mouth open means that he may have suffered. He's missing a tooth, which means that may have been tortured. Even the eyes look like it's been gouged out. Now, however, this version of Jade has the beard. So I'm thinking that has the beard because this Jade, I don't really think our Jade is going to necessarily become this Jade, but I think this Jade right here is a different version. And there's a fear that Jade is going to do something like drink the blood that the colonist has showed him, or continue to go on the path of Christopher. and he could possibly become this Jade. This also could be maybe reincarnation. Like this Jade from the future is a reincarnated version. Or maybe it's a version from the past where Jade was reincarnated. But just the fact that Tabitha was having these dreams of Fromville as a little girl, and I don't think those were dreams. I think that's her remembering a previous life, and this is Jade from a different life, where he has the beard that kind of matches. He has the shirt that matches, but I think this Jade took a different path than perhaps this Jade is going to take. And I think what Elgin is going to have to do is prevent this Jade from ending up and being like this Jade. So Rashid says it's not. So Wonder Woman says Tilly is deceased. You think so? So just me, Elgin's gift for Fatima reminded me of a dream catcher. Yeah, it does. Brooke Knit says, do they have horse betting and what? Golden Child, I think Tilly foresaw her death by viewing the tarot cards. That's why she told Fatima she would be there for her. I mean, I could see that. And I think that's the reason why she told Fatima to run. Like, you have to run. Not talking about run to get help, but Fatima's going to have to run away from something. Maybe the creatures capture her while she's pregnant and they take her, do something to her, maybe take her to the cave, and maybe they force her to give birth in the cave, and whatever's inside of her becomes a creature. That's what I'm thinking that Tilly's mean by Fatima's going to have to run. Maybe in Fatima, while Tilly was losing her life, maybe she saw something like divination in her last moments, and that was Tilly's warning to Fatima. You're going to have to run for what's coming in the future. Maybe Fatima's going to have to make a choice between staying with Ellis or leaving Ellis. If she stays with Ellis, she gets captured. If she runs, she goes to safety. But I'm gonna bring up why I think Tilly may make it. I mean, she may be deceased. I don't know. But the way that Tilly was stabbed, it's possible for her to make it if they hurry. Rashid says, so Rashid Sobo, she really killed Tilly. Okay. Everybody says that Tilly's gone. Everybody says Tilly's gone. Maybe she is gone. I don't know. I think Tilly's going to make it. Maybe she's gone. If Tilly does lose her life, there goes the esoteric or esotericism angle a lot of people were leaning towards.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Yeah, so if Tilly loses her life, that would suck, because I think Tilly could have been the one to talk to the baby in Fatima's stomach, maybe even use divination to be able to communicate with it. But if Tilly's gone, she's gone. Ray Barnes says that we're living there. Not really sure what that means. Just Me says exactly. I think Tilly might have seen something in the cards. She was always trying to hang around Fatima. Exactly. Debbie says they're going to hide her body and Ellis will catch Fatima snacking on silly Tilly. That, you know what? That would be wicked. That would be wicked if that's what happens. So Susie says, or someone wearing Jay's clothes, when you come into Fromville, your suitcase, your belongings is community property, but what you're wearing is yours. So that's why I'm saying that it's possible that it's more than likely Jay's. I don't think he would give up his shirt. I mean, he could have given his shirt up. Could have. It just seems that if you look at Jade's shirt, he even has it kind of buttoned the same way that he did when he first arrived, which is why I was saying that maybe this is an alternate version of Jade. And that this is an older version of Jade. I know I said maybe a future version. This is an older version of Jade that went crazy. They put him in there because he was going crazy in the past. But he was, after being deceased, maybe reincarnated into the current version. So he always shows up like this. But with Toby being unalive, that's what made him kind of do things like change his clothes and take care of himself to where now he's wearing different clothes. But maybe there was a version of Jade that didn't change the shirt. And that's the reason why the shirts are kind of like, it's the same shirt, buttoned the same, where he's carefree. And he may have went maybe more over the deep end than he's doing in his current timeline, with Sarah intervening and unaliving Toby. So I think that maybe this is Jade reincarnated. So Sis P says Tilly deceased. Okay. A lot of you all, are you all saying that Tilly's deceased as in, you know, spoilers? Or are you all saying Tilly's deceased because of what's on the show? Yeah, so South London Reseller says yes. Yeah, oh, yes, dear, that is Jade. Somebody agrees with me. You know what? We're going to do a poll. We're going to do a poll, y'all. Do you believe the corpse is Jade? All right, we're going to do a poll. We're going to check the temperature of the room, see where everybody, how everybody's feeling. 83 people here. No, 88 people here. 63 thumbs up, or likes rather. If I can get those up. You all were doing so good earlier. Doing so good, and now we're falling off. So you all can let me know, what do you all think? Oh, so, okay, out of 10 votes, 12 votes, 13 votes, more people are saying no than yes. Okay. Y'all not feeling the Jade reincarnation theory? That's Jade's corpse. It's just the fact that Elgin says this is where it starts. And the reason why I'm pointing to that is that if, let's just say for the sake of example, that the kimono lady really can help people get home. And maybe the kimono lady came from a previous reincarnation, previous cycle where she was going to be going home, but something happened and it started with this room, with this situation. It may have been like Jade, maybe even Tabitha, in a different point in time. They came into town under different circumstances, and they both went down particular paths that led to a lot of people losing their lives. It would have had to have been before Victor got there with Miranda. Because remember, Henry said that Miranda saw in the vision that she was chosen, and there were lots of people chosen before her. And so as far as like reincarnation, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be your actual self, you know, where you look the same way you look. It could be that you were reincarnated, you were a completely different person. Then again, it could be time travel. It could be time travel shenanigans. It could be an alternate Jade shenanigans. I'm still thinking about the alternate Thomas theory. We haven't heard from Thomas as far as a phone call. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe someone like Julie, she finds a way to go into this pocket dimension, which is the lair of the music box monster. And by accessing that pocket dimension, she learns how to maybe go back in time, or maybe call someone on the phone like alternate phone Thomas did, as far as calling someone in the past and giving them a warning. So do you believe the corpse is Jade? Majority of you all say no. Same shirt, same beard. Y'all are saying no. Okay. So Newt 3 says Tilly is deceased because she did the classic last word turn the head death move. That is true. That is true. And let me just kind of go into why I was thinking that possibly Tilly could have survived. All right, we're gonna take this down. We're gonna take Jade down. Let's see. A lot of y'all saying that it could not, no way that it was Jade. I feel you on that. I'm cool with that. All right, here's what I was saying as far as Tilly. So let's pull up Tilly. Because you're right, Tilly could have been deceased. I mean, she didn't really add anything to the story. That the whole tarot card thing, I think it was a dud. So what more can Tilly do if she's not going to be doing more things dealing with esotericism? All right, so this is Tilly. Right? Tilly's out of here. Here's where I was getting my logic from. Here's where I was getting my logic from. This is the anatomy. We're going to do biology 101, y'all. Biology 101. So based off of where Tilly was stabbed, based off of just seeing this wound and the fact that after Tilly was stabbed, she was able to talk. So I think a better picture would be, nope, it's not a better picture. Right here. It's a better picture. Here's a better picture. Now, while I'm getting my pictures together, let's see what y'all voted in the comment section. I think enough people had time to vote. Enough people had enough time to vote, I think. Wow. So out of 32 votes, there's 99 people in here, almost 100. Only 33 people voted. 70% says no, it is not Jade. 30% says yes. I think the people who have not voted, they want to keep it safe. They don't want to throw their vote out there and be labeled as wrong. I understand. I understand completely. Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be wrong. All right, so just looking at where Tilly was stabbed here, right? Well, the heart is right here in the middle. And she was stabbed closer to the shoulder area, which is right here in the lung. So I think Tilly was stabbed in her lung. And after she was stabbed, I mean, this, you know, it wasn't like really a deep puncture that Fatima gave. I mean, Fatima was weak because she wasn't eating the garbage. Fatima doesn't really have much strength. And in the following scene, when Tilly's on the ground, there's not a lot of blood. Tilly is bleeding internally, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she's necessarily a goner. Because if you look, you can't look because I'm covering it up, huh? Say, hey, Spade, you're covering up the picture. We can't follow along with you. All right, that's better. All right, so there's not a lot of blood. You know what? I like how you can kind of see the contraption right there that caused the blood. You know, a little fun fact, a little blooper, if you will. But even though she's bleeding internally, it's just because she was stabbed in the lung and blood is seeping into the lung to kind of heal the wound, and it's coming out of the mouth there. So Tilly was bleeding internally, but the fact that Tilly was able to speak and be understood clear means that she still would have time to be saved if they move fast enough. And it, you know, Tilly could be taken to the makeshift hospital they have, bandaged up. On the ambulance, they have I think it's what's that thing called where they go clear? Let me look it up, because you guys are going to roast me about it later if I get it wrong. Having a brain fart. Oh, a defibrillator. Okay, you all will probably roast me about that later on. You can't say it right. So they have one of those on or in an emergency vehicle ambulance. So they could very well revive her and save her. They could save her if the writers want her to be saved. But you know what? It does look like someone was saying that she gave the classic last words that were mysterious. She's bleeding out internally. They don't necessarily need Tilly to be a character on the show. I think it's very much possible that she could be deceased, but I think she could be saved based off of just the anatomy and everything that we're looking at. All right, so yeah, you all are not convinced that the corpse is Jade. I understand. If the corpse turns out to be some new character, I'll eat that. I'm cool with that. And if we find out next episode, episode 8, we got a funeral for Tilly, I'll eat that too, y'all. So Tobiz Gaming says Silly Tilly. Yeah, Silly Tilly. Silly Tilly. So, okay, 70 thumbs up, 96 people watching. Thank you. I appreciate it. Whoa. Is somebody... What we got going on here? What's this? Etsy, why is... Okay, so... You think those... Oh, shit. You think those are spoilers? Okay, what Julie Rome is saying is stuff that I've been putting in content about. I believe that the guy that had that was the colonial guy that Jade was seeing was drinking from a skull as far as drinking blood. I've said that in content. And that's the guy with the spike in his eye. Odin gave up his eye for more knowledge. I said that in content. So I don't know if July Rome heard me say it and is repeating what I said, but I said the same thing in previous content. Yeah, July's not really saying anything that's anything different than what I've been saying. So July says the kimono lady will possess Fatima's body and comfort Ethan, and Jade will be reminded his purpose by Jasper, that he, the one who in his other lifetime sacrificed children for knowledge and power. Okay, I mean, I kind of alluded to sacrifice being the thing because of God and reincarnation. I just mentioned that. Yeah, if people are putting this stuff in the comment section, I mean, A few of them have stories of elders that had From related stories, so possibly, but I'm betting everything Jade is going to be reminded of his purpose and From, and he's reincarnated. Yeah, I just said that. So if I got it right, cool. But I literally just said that. So, let's just be careful with. Wait a minute, is July blocked? Hold on now. We can't be blocking people. I mean, let's see. No, he's not blocked. All right, so yeah, July, Rome, you're not blocked. I guess you're timed out. But yeah, we can just yeah, those don't. I mean, if it's something that I've said as far as content, even if it is a spoiler, I mean, if I'm saying it and I'm right, it still is going to be, a thing. And plus, how do we know that it's an actual leak? I mean, I'm literally saying it while we're doing the live stream. So 2Biz Gaming says, yeah, see the yeah, right. Eso is saying, I mean, I don't know if this is theories or what, but this is the way I look at it. It's kind of difficult to, and I'm not scolding anybody. Just so Etsy says I didn't know any of that info. Okay, because yeah, I had been saying it, but like because we're all theorists here, we theorize. You're never gonna know if somebody's theory is a spoiler or not, because there are YouTubers that they have the entire season and they pan off their theories, and in actuality is spoilers. So I mean, you're never gonna really know the difference between a spoiler and an actual in a theory or a theory and actual spoiler, unless you see it on the show and like, oh, okay, it's right. Because I mean, even I've said some stuff where I believe that I'm right, and some stuff kind of has come to fruition. So I mean, as theorists, if someone says, yeah, this is a spoiler, okay, cool, but if it's a possibility, it's a theory, I said we should leave them alone. So Eso is posing leaks. So Fletcher, are you sure? So Eso says, I'm not sure. I just read it on Facebook. So Eso stole someone else's theory. Eso has stolen someone else's theory and panned it off on his own. Wow, y'all. No, that's not cool. Yeah, we're not stealing theories now. Eso, not a theory. You know what, Eso? I'm going to have to hide you on this channel for this live. People are saying that you're posting spoilers. Maybe they know it's spoilers. And then you stole somebody's stuff from Facebook, not giving them credit, taking their theory. Shame on you. Shame. Shame, shame, shame.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Yeah. So Jasmine says, so I said, no leaks, please. Yeah, okay. If y'all know for sure that there are leaks, he's stealing stuff from Facebook. I read the stuff out loud, so my bad, y'all. So spoiler alert, if what he's saying is true, it is what it is. Right, so if Fletcher says, I won't post any leaks here, no fun, let's respect everyone's journey. Yeah, and I mean, to the box, exactly. He's going to the box. Eso, you're going to the box. You're stealing other people's theories, not giving them credit. Because, this is just a mini rant at this point, just a mini rant. A lot of you all have said, Spade, or this is the comment section of other videos, Spade, I'm upset with Taryn. I'm upset with Teflon Don. I'm upset with, who else? Reels. I'm upset with Jeremy Ice and Fire. I'm a rock with you and protested them. No, that is the wrong answer. Yeah, don't y'all come over here bad mouthing Julie deep dives, bad mouthing anybody else. I'm rocking with you and protested them. No, that's not what we're doing here. We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. No, 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 no. Yeah, we're not. Don't come over here protesting other people to rock with me because you're protesting them. And then if you all hear another content creator or another fan give a theory, don't just take their stuff and just pan it off as yours or just throw it out there, because then it's like, you're taking someone else's credit. Right? Just me says, I don't know the leaks. I don't want to know. Exactly. I don't know any leaks. Oh, you know what? I got a surprise too, y'all. I got a surprise. So the first surprise is that a lot of you all do not believe that Jade is the corpse, and I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with that. It's all right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yeah, everybody, to me, all content creators and fans and everybody is cool. I've just seen people come over here protesting somebody else, and don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just addressing it. I'm gonna address it and then leave it alone. Yeah, everybody's cool. I like all the content creators that I just named. Everybody's cool. Yeah, and also other people who are cool, just kind of giving them a shout out. Let's see. In case you are looking for other people that you may want to check out and listen to. Like Jeremy Ice and Fire, he's great. I just named him when I was mentioning you all coming over here to protest him. Let's see. E-Man reviews. He does some from content. Then also Reels, Teron. Trying to remember some names. Having a brain fart. Oh, I'll remember him later on. Oh yeah, Julie Deep Dives. How can I forget that?
It's the only thing. All right, let's see. I'm gonna look some stuff up right quick.
Also, Dana Marie, I'm gonna drop her link in the chat. Let's help her get to 1,000 subs. She does Dungeons and Dragons content. In case if you're interested in that. And then there's Scarlet Fever. Scarlet does really great From content. Let's get Scarlet Fever to 1,000 subs. Then also there's Teflon Dawn. There's a whole host of different of great people. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. So Toby's Gaming says, why did Tilly say you have to run to Fatima? Personally, I think Fatima in the future is going to have to run from something, and she's going to have to choose, in my opinion, she's probably going to have to choose from between staying with, let's say, Ellis and running, and the choice is she needs to run. I think the creatures are going to capture her, take her to the cave, and maybe force her to give birth, and what she gives birth to might be a creature. Okay, thanks for the invite. Faith and Repentance says, Jeremy Ice and Fire, always looking for other From creators to join the panel and come join us on Discord if you haven't yet. Okay, thank you for the invite. Yeah, Jeremy Ice and Fire, he has a really great live stream. He's able to keep people engaged, like over 300 people engaged for hours, solo, on a solo mission. Right, Fletcher the Chromonacle says, Dana Marie and Scarlett are awesome also. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I dropped their links. People scoop them up. Let's help them get to 1,000 subs so they can get monetized. And also, thank you all. Speaking of monetization, the way you help me and YouTube out is by watching commercials, okay? In addition to Cash App, Super Chat, and Super Thanks, Super Sticker, you really help out by watching commercials. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those who have watched commercials and also who have become channel members. All right, so back to talking about Tilly. I still think it's possible that Tilly could survive. If she doesn't, she doesn't. What did Draco say in Rocky? I think it was Rocky 3. If he dies, he dies. Maybe it's Rocky 4. I might mess that up. I don't know. I remember. It's a long time ago. So that's what I think about Tilly. I think it's possible that Tilly could make it. Fatima is holding down the wound like she should be to stop the blood, keeping the garden shears in. It definitely stabbed the heart there. And if Ellis runs and gets help, I think Tilly can survive, but it depends on if the writers want her to survive. I think Tilly becoming unalived or deleted would further promote Fatima being alienated and taken out of Colony House, which would make it easier for the creatures to get her, maybe in Revelations, to have her go to the cave and give birth to the monster thing and maybe create a creature or something. That's what I'm thinking. That's what my theory and guess is. Debbie says, yeah, if he die, he die. Exactly. Exactly. All right, so now time for the surprise. So enough Tilly action. I think we're Tilly'd out at this point. We're Tilly'd out. Right, Tubi's Gaming says, if you know, you know. Miss T says she gone. Hey, if she gone, it's gonna be sad because I really thought she was going to be able to help do something with the baby using some type of supernatural force. Because Tilly's the only one that had a Bible during Tien Chen's funeral. Can't even talk right now. I took a screenshot of that, the Bible scene, because I was like, that's interesting, because she's into tarot cards, yet she's reading this Bible. She's reading the Bible. Usually if people are biblical, they don't believe in supernatural stuff, but Tilly could be different. I thought she was going to be different and have more of an impact, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, here's Tilly with the Bible. She's like the only person on the show that has the Bible. You can barely see it. It's kind of a blink and you miss it type of thing. Let me make it a little bit lighter. Make it easier to see. Yeah, right there. Probably can't see because my head's in the way. Yeah, that was interesting that Father Katri mentioned there's no Bibles in Fromville, and yet Tilly brought one. Plus, she was leading a prayer, which would denote that she's at least spiritual, maybe even religious as far as organized. I mean, she's got a Bible after all. And then she's also got the tarot cards. So I thought she was going to be more of an interesting character to kind of highlight stuff. But if she's gone, she's gone. If she's gone, she's gone. So Faith and Repentance says there's a sect of New Age Christians streaming tarot readings. What? And YouTube Lives, even saw they made a heaven Ouija board. Definitely unbiblical. Yes, that is nonsense. Utter nonsense. Nonsense. Oh, well, I mean, hey, worship how you want to worship. Do you? Do you? We're not haters over here. Not haters. All right, so the surprise. Did some research, y'all. Did a little digging. And you all are going to swear up and down. If you all shot down my Jade theory, I'm cool with it. I'm going to stand 10 toes down with that, just like with the alternate Thomas theory. I'm going to stand 10 toes down. And so this next one is what I did some research, and I used IMBD. Let me get the actual, let's see. Where do I have it saved? All right, right here. Here we go. Yeah, it's on IMDb. I always search that looking for different actors when it comes to theories, especially since we haven't really heard much of season 4. But if there is a season 4, they're going to cast people for stuff before actually making the official announcement. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. I think this time I got lucky. All right, so this is Google. Google's our friend. So I Googled IMDb, just kind of checking stuff out, because I was trying to look for maybe who was playing, who's going to maybe have the voice of Jasper, because Jasper's voice that we haven't heard, maybe an actor or an actress, you know, who knows? Probably an actor, more than likely, because Jasper is a male dummy. Anyway, I'm getting ahead. I digress. So I was looking, and I was like, who this guy? Who him? Who him, Harpo? Who him? And I was like, okay, Douglas E. Hughes. Okay, why is he popping up? I'm like, why is he popping up? And I'm like, why would this dude be popping up? searching the search engine for From. And I was like, wait a minute. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to be spoiled, leave now. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Let me see what y'all are saying so far. Let me see what y'all are saying. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll. Do you believe it? So before you answer yes or no, before you click on the draw, let me just lay out what I found. All right, so our fave doll is back. Yay. Y'all talking about Jasper. Jasper's not talking. Mary says, gosh, I could not focus on work. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. You guys to work. Yeah, you got to work. Sorry about that. All right, so that is the poll in the, well, okay, so far, yes. I haven't even said what it is. 8 people are already saying yes. I appreciate your faith in me. All right, so most people have dropped off. There's 78 people watching now from like 90 something. I think I saw 100 plus at one point. It don't matter. So people are dropping off before the good stuff, okay? Before we get into the actual good stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get your tea and your popcorn because this is going to be another good one.
All right, so this is 2024. Hopefully you can see it. Let me know if you can now see this. I'm going to try to make it larger. But we currently have one episode 2024. So we just got through watching episode 7. And I think it's one more episode left. Let me double check. I think it's like 1 or maybe 2 episodes left before the season ends. Let's see. Is it 2 episodes or 1? Let me double check. Because if I get it wrong, y'all beat me up. You're always wrong. Always telling us wrong information. So go into the listing for. All right, yeah, so we just got through watching episode 7, These Fragile Lives. So we have Thresholds, which airs November 10th, which is next week. So after next week, that's it. We're on to Revelations 1 and 2, y'all. We're on the Revelations 1 and 2 after next week. So this guy on the screen in front of us, he's got it listed for at least 1 episode, and guess who he's listed as? Again, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Let me see if y'all are cussing me out. And I know you all said no spoilers earlier. I agreed with you. There's 10. Yeah, 10 episodes total. Right, 3 more. Just me says 3 more. Exactly, 3 more. Okay, so this actor is going to be in 2024. That's his current season. We have not been renewed for season 4, and there's no way a season 4 will be ready before 2024 is over with. Guess what he is rumored to be? Y'all, look at that. Look at that, y'all. What do you think? What do you think, y'all? He is rumored to be the man in yellow. Let's compare some pictures. And again, if you're like, I didn't want to be spoiled, I'm sorry. Sometimes we do theories. Sometimes we uncover the truth. Sometimes we do it. All right, so let me go do this before proceeding forward. If you're still here, SO, you have been brought back in. You're unhidden. Okay, now that you know, hey, if you're throwing a theory out there, it is somebody else's. Give credit. No spoilers. I mean, no spoilers if you actually know proprietary information. We're not trying to do that. All right, so SO's back, y'all. SO's back. All right, so yeah, so the man in yellow. Yeah, and so let's look at the picture and compare. Let's look at the picture and compare. This how he look. Okay. So taking his picture, this how he look. He's rumored to be the yellow man, the man in yellow. Now, look at some of the artwork. Not really the artwork, but give me a moment to get it set up. That'll make it easier. We'll just, take this down. So that's his picture right there. That's him. That way you don't have to remember his face. There we go right there. And uh-oh. What do y'all think, y'all? What do y'all think? Uh-oh. Y'all, I think we got a winner. Mama, who that man? Who that man, mama? Who that man, mama? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But guess what? Guess who he also looks like? Because remember I said previously, I was like, I think it's Randall. You all were like, nah, no way. It's probably Boyd because Boyd wears yellow. Randall. Is this your daddy? Is this your daddy? Randall, I think we done found your daddy. I think we done found him, y'all. What do y'all think? What do y'all think, y'all? You think we found Randall's daddy? Yeah, the ears are a dead giveaway for both of them, though. I think that this actor may turn out to be Randall in the future. I know you all are tired of me talking about time travel, wormholes, and a bunch of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if this is our Randall and this is a future Randall. They look very similar. Both got the same ear. Remember I was saying about the ears? The same ears. He's got Randall's eyes. Okay. They both got the same chin. This your daddy. This your daddy. Randall, we done found your daddy. Yeah, I think we done found Randall's daddy. I think, well, not Randall's daddy, but this could be Randall in the future. And maybe he's come to the past. It may be kind of like there's a show, Westworld, where the man in black with the black hat turned out to be the older version of the younger guy. Because what we could be seeing in Fromville could actually be the past. And the actual current Fromville state could have this current version of Randall. What do y'all think? So now this is what the poll was about. Do you believe it? See, a lot of you all answered before I had a chance to lay it all out. I appreciate the confidence, but now you may go back and change your vote. You may change your vote now. 87 people watching, 82 likes. Man, we there, y'all. We there. We there. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. And so while you all continue to see if you all want to have your vote that way, we're going to take a quick commercial break. All right. Give you all a chance who may be upset that I may have stumbled upon something that you didn't want to know. I'm sorry in advance, but here's a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back and I'll finish off my commentary. All right, what I missed. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't miss you. Just me. Thank you. Says check out if the right cheek in the painting there's a wound. Exactly, and that is the current state of Randall. Thank you for pointing that out, and also thank you for donating. Man, just me. You on it today. You on it. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I appreciate it. And you know what? Just Me has donated twice. We gonna celebrate this thing. Yeah, thank you for keeping the lights on.
You're also keeping the lights on around me. What is up?
Exactly. Yeah, Just Me is keeping the lights on. So yeah, the wound on the left side, which matches Randall, because he's, this picture doesn't show it because this is from episode 1 when he was stealing the animals, but he does have the wound on his cheek, which is equivalent to the wound that I think is right here. And I wouldn't be surprised if the older version of him, if this is the older version, would have a wound too. And I think just based off what we see on I Am DB that this actor is cast as the man in yellow, spoiler alert. But I also believe that Randall could also be him because Randall's demeanor is just rough and he's jaded because of Boyd. It's possible that these two actors could be playing the same character, but definitely him because of IMDb says that it's rumored to be him. Now, in addition to it being rumored that it's him, the actor himself has a blog that I found. It is a blog. Let's show the blog. Yeah, he let it be known. This is his blog. Sometimes actors do blogs or whatever when they're old school. Because now actors can use something like Instagram to do their blogging, but like the old school actors, they're still doing the blogs and stuff to kind of keep in touch with the fans if they don't have a strong social media presence or they've been around for a long time. So he's talking as well. It's been a long time since I've updated his page. I can see. So here's the latest. And I don't know who's in the wheelchair with him. Maybe his wife. Not really sure. But he talks about right here. I'm gonna read this whole thing, y'all. So don't worry. Read this whole thing. Matter of fact, let me make it larger. Actually, you know what? I can read the whole thing, but he says that, no, I'm going to read the whole thing. I just lied. In the meantime, I had an exciting opportunity suddenly appear out of nowhere back in spring. 3 years ago, I auditioned for a couple of different roles for a new TV series From. Maybe he interviewed or auditioned to be the dad or something, or maybe one of the people in town. Maybe he auditioned to be one of the creatures. He does look creature-esque, if you will. And it says, I auditioned for a couple of different roles for the new TV series From, which is largely filmed in Halifax. I was thrilled to audition for the series as it was clear from the bits of script I'd seen that the writing was excellent. What script have you been reading? Because a lot of us have been complaining. A lot of us have been complaining about the script, okay? We've been complaining about the writing. Okay, so Etsy says sound is bad. Is my sound bad? Audio issues? Uh-oh. What's going on with my audio? Mic check. Check the sound. What? Oh man, mic was no good. Let me do some let me see something. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Yikes, it is bad. Let me see what to do. did that fix anything? Let me check it. When did that fix anything? Nah, it didn't. Damn. Okay, let's see. You know what I'm saying? It might be stuck in From now. Yeah. Yeah, just music just fine, just the mic. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me try something else. All right, I'm gonna switch mics. We're gonna do another commercial break and then get right back to it. I changed microphones, see if this make a difference. Alright, I changed microphones, see if this make a difference. No, it does not. Okay. One more thing, and if it doesn't fix, if the problem doesn't get fixed, I'm going to call it a day. It may be the internet connection. All right, let's see if this made a difference. Change the chord. All right, let's see if this made a difference. No, it did not. All right, one more time, and if it doesn't fix, if the problem doesn't fix, I'm calling it a day. You guys have a different listen to. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. All right, so I figured it out, y'all. Figured it out. All right, so I figured it out, y'all. Figured it out. Yeah, so it was the voice interface. Just to kind of tell you all stuff that you probably don't care about, but so I have a studio mic. It's an industry standard EV. What are you again? Yeah, EV is an EV electronic voice. I think it's 75 or something. EV 74. No, EV ND 74. It's an industry mic that broadcasters use. So when I was hearing that the mic was messing up, my first thought was, okay, let me go get my spare. So I swapped out my spare mic. The mic was not making a difference. Swapped out the cord. Wasn't the cord? It's the voice interface. So I have a spare voice interface, spare microphone, spare cords, spare everything for a situation like this. We did it. We escaped from Bill. I saw somebody was roasting me and was like, I got stuck in Fromville, but you know what? I done made it out. I made it out, y'all. Yep. Made it out. Yeah. Oh, this is a great live. Yeah, exactly. You all saw me troubleshoot in real time. Always the downside when it comes to live stream is sometimes it's a flawless live stream show. Sometimes it's a blooper fest, but we persevered. We made it. Wow. Yeah, we made it, y'all. We made it. All right, so remember the monster when Julie just arrived. He says, Julie, don't you remember me? So this makes sense if Randall is the man in yellow and people need to remember. Yeah, reincarnation is. I think that's what it is. I think it's what it is about reincarnation, and it could be, and I'm really thinking that it's a strong possibility that we may be watching From in the past, kind of like Westworld, how it showed you the past and the future, and that the current man in yellow could be Randall in the future. Could be. I think when Revelations comes, and if this is a spoiler, sorry, but I think that when Revelations 1 and 2 comes, we're going to see the current From, and that's where the revealing is going to be. I think the man in yellow is going to come, and he's going to take people's lives because the producer or director said that this is the end of the beginning. So I think the man in yellow is going to be the big bad for next season. I think for this season that I guess the big bad basically was the cowboy creature and all the creatures, even though we've only seen the cowboy creature nurse creature once. I think most of the actors that play those creatures, it's a small time gig and they want something more permanent, so they don't really stick around to be creatures. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that the man in yellow is going to be the big bad for season 4 if they do a season 4. And going back to the blog. That's right, going back to the blog. I was supposed to be reading the blog, messed around, and had a bunch of bloopers. All right, so I'm going to close this down so y'all can see what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna read the rest of this because he kind of alludes to not only being the man in yellow, but also what's to come as far as the future season. So spoiler alert if you don't want to be spoiled. I want to be spoiled with this because I found it. All right, so there we go. Let me know if y'all can see it. My head's in the way. I'm gonna take my head off. All right. So before reading this, let me see what people are saying in the comment section. Just Me says yes. Gothic. Is that Gothic Chicka? No, Gothic Chick 4. So there was a Gothic Chick 1, 2, and a 3. And now we have 4. So welcome number 4. Hopefully you stick around before number 5 has to be created if you yourself have been reincarnated. All right, so anyway, enough joking around. Yep, that was it. All right. So Just Me says it must be a sign to end for today. No, you all have gave up on me. All right, so back to reading this stuff. All right, where is it? Here we go. So 3 years ago, I auditioned for a couple of different roles for a new TV series, From, which is filmed largely in Halifax. I was thrilled to audition for the series as it was clear from the bits of script I'd seen that the writing was excellent. That's debatable, sir. Unfortunately, I didn't land either of the roles and I quickly forgot about it. Then out of the blue, I was given an opportunity to audition for Halifax to film my role in the last episode of season 3 of the series. Y'all, that could be Revelations like I was just saying. Now, here's the exciting part. If the series is picked up for a 4th season, this role would likely be a recurring one, and I could suddenly find myself spending a lot of time in Halifax. It will be months before I know if any of that comes to fruition, however, so I'll be sitting here in the interim, crossing my fingers and trying very hard not to get my hopes up too high. And this is him right here. This is him right here. So I'm going to call it, sir. Congratulations. Congratulations. I believe we have found the man in yellow. All right, let me go to comment section, see what y'all say, see if you all are feeling it, if you all believe it. If you all are punching the air, I didn't want to know. I'm sorry. Did a little detective work. YouTube is saying that my stream is excellent. Awesome sauce. 5-star reactions, the man in yellow. Gothic chick 4, Miranda was painting her butt off. She did more than anyone. Yes, she did. She did. And unfortunately, she wasn't around to tell people good information, and we had to rely on Victor. Yeah. Wow, okay. That was some serious detective work. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. So 82% say yes, you do believe this could be the man in yellow. 17% are doubters. And I don't blame you. This is out of 40 votes, out of 60 people. A lot of people dropped off when I was going through my technical difficulties, but I'm appreciative of all of you all who have stuck around through thick and thin to see me triumph over technology. Oh man, that was hilarious. All right, so it is him. Okay, officially him says it is him. Officially him believes it. 5-star reactions. I'm so mad I stumbled upon 7 to 10 spoilers. I'm extremely ist. Yeah. Sometimes it's theories that may or may not be true. Sometimes it's using the internets and we find out stuff. Like, I still believe that the man on the radio, the voice on the radio, is Christopher. I did a video on that as far as who the actor might be, because it may be a possibility we may never hear Christopher actually use Christopher's voice. But then again, I don't really have anything on him. I tried to look for stuff that he's done with the Umbrella Academy, because he's credited for being on Hannibal. He was a veterinarian as Douglas Hughes. He was a veterinarian. He was also the chairman of the Hot Zone, and he was on the Umbrella Academy as Sid. I tried to go on YouTube to find maybe something on YouTube that shows him as the character Sid, but I couldn't really find anything. So maybe I may look for that a little bit later with him actually in a speaking role. The thing about it is a lot of the characters that are on From, besides Harold, who plays Boyd, a lot of them are like in Canada, and they haven't really had any major roles. Like, From is basically like a lot of their big breaks that they are actually getting recognition. And you can tell by the size of their social media platform that they've been in roles in the past, but they really haven't gone anywhere, or they've been more of a supporting role. They didn't really give them that, we'll just say, the type of presence that you want as an actor or actress and be recognized to have something really good for your resume. So yeah. So Just Me, no spoilers in here, please. Yeah, hey, Just Me is on it. Just Me is on it. Sorry, Just Me, if I know you wanted to be surprised by the man in yellow. Sorry about that. So okay, let's see. I think that was pretty much it. So we went over how to troubleshoot for technical difficulties. We went over the Jade thing, and I think that's the corpse. Man in Yellow. Fatima and Tilly. We did that. We did the review. We've been on here close to 3 hours. You know what? I think... Okay, so South London Reseller. I like seeing these unknown actors. Yeah, it's a breath of fresh air, especially because you don't know who's going to make it and who's not. So I think it's a refreshing thing just knowing that you can still be surprised. Because if I see Will Smith in a movie, my first thought is, nah, he's probably going to make it to the end. Or, just someone that's well known. All right, so right now, what do you all think so far of the stream? This is where it's your time to shine. I'm going to end the poll. I think it was... has some really good participation, and I like that we have a good number of thumbs up despite the bloopers. Yeah, if y'all are ever like content creators, do not get the it's like Scarlet Solo in voice interface. It has failed me. All right, so let's see if I can make it larger. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Amazing live. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So what do you all think overall? Let's see. Can I get rid of this? So what did y'all think overall as far as episode 7? Did you all like it? Were you disappointed? How are you all feeling as far as the pacing of the show so far? So far as like season 3, I have not been disappointed. We'll see when we get to Revelations 1 and 2 what that will be. And just looking at some of the promo material for MGM Plus that has From right now, we currently don't have anything for episode 8. I think the episode 8 stuff will come out tomorrow. I may end up doing a members only live for that. It may be editing it for everybody else. So join the channel membership. Can y'all hear that plane? I can hear the plane. I can hear the plane. Can y'all hear that plane in my background? Hopefully y'all can. Yeah, these planes, man. Trying to do a live show here. So officially Hims is disappointed with filler episodes. I mean, I don't think they're filler. I think they're more of, we'll say, setting something up. I think they're more of just setting something up, and I think that Revelations will have a good payoff for us. I don't know. So definitely a filler episode, 4 out of 10. Okay. That's for episode 7. So Garrett Family says they gotta drops 3 heaters back to back to. Well, I mean, Revelations 1 and 2, which comes after. So this next episode is going to be Thresholds, which could be like pain thresholds. More people could be breaking down because of the shenanigans with people dying, and it could be, thresholds of many different types. But I think Revelations 1 and 2, let's hold off judgment before getting to those. So Thresholds comes next week. Then we got Revelations chapter 1, Revelations chapter 2. And when it comes to the Bible, the Bible's book is called Revelation, singular, where this is called Revelations. So they should be giving us a lot of meat to go with the bread they've been giving us, or filler episodes, if you will. And I think it would be something worth watching. All right. Yeah, a lot of people dropped off when they had the technical difficulties. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah. What's going on, Kendall? How are you? Welcome. Hey. So far, it seems like people definitely believes the man in yellow theory from what I just pulled up. So Kendall answers, I think they are building us up for the last 2 episodes. Hopefully, yeah, fingers crossed. Motivational misfit. I thought Tilly had more mystery about her. Not sure if I'm feeling the writing choices. Yeah, I mean, they could have given us more esotericism with her. It's disappointing because they could have done so much with her, Donna, and a lot of other people. And Victor has just been running around with a chicken with his head cut off, messing with this Jasper dummy. And what if Jasper? I think Jasper's going to talk in Revelations, and he's going to tell stuff that is going to set up season 4. So a lot of the mysteries that we currently have, like who threw Boyd the rope, what about alternate phone Thomas? I think a lot of that's going to be sandbagged for season 4. And I think the Revelations is going to be stuff that's going to give us information only to justify season 4, which I think they really should. If season 3 is really the end of the beginning, the Revelations should be based off of the mysteries they've already presented to us and even plot holes. So Newt 3 says, what do you think is going on with the cop bugging out? I think so usually when you have a character like that character is going to end up maybe becoming a bully. And I think she's going to maybe become villainous towards Boyd. It's going to get to a point where I think Acosta is going to do something later on in this season to hurt Boyd, in addition to Randall, because Boyd's been making a lot of enemies. A lot of people are agitated with him. People are not optimistic and happy with him like they have been in the past as far as season 1 and season 2. So I think they're having her bug out to build up her doing something stupid to possibly cause someone to lose their life, maybe even she lose her life. So Kendall and we haven't seen Sarah in a couple episodes. Wonder why. I mean, we've seen Sarah when Victor was doing the whole story time. In the basement, we're going to see another story time, hopefully with Jasper next episode for Thresholds, which I think, I don't know, the whole Sarah situation is dumb, because what was the point of bringing Henry into Fromville, or even having the actor, when we didn't really learn anything? Okay, here's how I would have done it if I was a writer on From. I would have had Tabitha go to the real world like they did at the end of season 2, and then Tabitha goes to Victor's home. Someone else lives there, but they say, oh, well, his family's somewhere else. He goes to the relatives. They're like, well, we don't know anything about Victor, Miranda, Eloise, or the dad, Henry. But they could say that we do have a storage where we put all their stuff, and we've been paying on the storage just to keep their stuff or whatever. And then Tabitha goes to the storage and she finds the pictures. And then after finding the pictures, then she goes back to Fromville. You don't even need Henry. And then instead of Victor going into the cave with Henry, Victor really should have went into the cave with Sarah. There really is no point even having Henry as a character. Even Acosta. I mean, having Acosta survive the whole ambulance fiasco, that doesn't even really have anything fruitful. It's almost like they're introducing characters just to have them deleted down the line. Like, I think Elgin's not going to make it, messing with the kimono lady. I don't think he's going to make it. I think a lot of people, they're just there just to be unalived, to kind of like raise the stakes, but they don't really have an actual purpose. The three main storylines are Jade, Tabitha, and Boyd. So Emilio says episode 7 is building up. Yeah, it's a build-up episode. Gothic Chick 4 says Boyd politely put her back in her place. Yeah, he did. He gave her the firearm like she wanted without the munitions, so you got to be careful what you ask for. Mary Grace says, I was thinking May Ellis agrees to hide Tilly's body for Fatima. Okay, that would be interesting. Tilly is being the one mentioned missing on episode 9, or Fatima run off in episode 8. She was missing on episode 9. I'm speculating. Okay. What did Tabitha gather while she was not in From? Nothing. Tabitha came back with a nothing burger, and we haven't even seen the boy in white since like episode 1, and we're getting ready to go on to episode 8. So where's the boy in white? Where's he at? He said this is the only way, and pushed her out. We ain't seen him since. He's MIA. Maybe he's being maybe he's being punished for allowing Tabitha to go back to the real world. Acosta is giving Abby vibes, though. Yes, she is. I see a potential love story, maybe, with Acosta and who? With Acosta and who? Her and Boyd? You think that's maybe some tension that's more like attraction to tension? They better not. They better not. If they do that, man, if they do that, that's going to be terrible.
Uh-oh, stinky.
That's going to be terrible if they do that. Absolutely terrible. Cassie said, yeah, he's too old for her. I mean, hey, sugar daddies are sugar daddies. If you're on social media enough, you see older men wanting younger women all the time. That's kind of like the newest thing. Well, really not the newest thing, but the newest thing as far as online, because in real life, there's always been the sugar baby, sugar daddy thing. But enough about that. Enough about that. I think for a brief moment, Boyd will break mentally. Yeah, I do think so. Maybe so. Acosta and Kenny, I can see that, because Kenny, he was the deputy, and Acosta, she, I guess, wants to be the deputy, or she's the top. She wants to be top cop. I can see that. Acosta and Boyd, I don't condone it, but it kind of seemed like it. I don't know. So, no, Tabitha brought back Victor's dad. There is purpose. Otherwise, I don't think they would introduce him. It would probably take time. Yeah, I agree. It could take time. So Fletcher says, I just rewatched the scene and the jukebox Kenny broke is intact this episode. Yeah, I noticed that too. Maybe they have more than one jukebox. Okay, so the same one. Okay. Yeah, Mary says I like Acosta's character. Yeah, I don't like her either. I think From would be better off with fewer characters and focused more on them having going on the path of solving mysteries versus filler episodes, too many people to develop, and a lot of wasting time. I mean, like, what has Donna done lately? Okay, they have 2 jukeboxes. Okay. So you think that Elgin is the one who's missing? Elgin's with the kimono lady. Acosta's like Jade or Randall. You hate at first, then you start to like. So Vanessa Wicked says Boyd is going to lose it. He has zero chemistry with Acosta. Yeah. So Garrett asks, so are the women originally are from Abby, Miranda, Tabitha? I mean, I think Tabitha possibly could be a reincarnation because just her having the dream, if she was having a dream of her being in Fromville, they would have had her in attire associated with maybe the 80s, but they had her in like Little Red Riding Hood attire, meaning that's like the colonial days, you know, like people kind of wore stuff like that. So I think that's kind of like a hint of reincarnation or something as far as with Tabitha, which is kind of what made me go down the rabbit hole of thinking that possibly Jade could be reincarnated, or maybe there's he was like when you get reincarnated, like your actual body is left and you're brought back into from with like a new body or something. Elgin might have been brought to the cellar to end up like the corpse. Yeah, and see, Elgin, you would think that he would think that, but his response to the kimono lady is, so this is where it starts. So he and the kimono lady have already had a conversation, and so here's where it starts. It means that there's events going on where the kimono lady and other people got messed up. So let's say for the sake of example that that's not Jade, that's somebody else. The way that room was set up with the door barricaded, like that person was like locked in there. Maybe that person could have been possessed by something or something. I mean, we did see the Union soldier appearing to be possessed by something, and then the Confederate soldier that was under the boulder was appearing to be possessed by something. Maybe possession is something that triggers effects or situations that happen that the kimono lady experienced, and now is happening for like this current cycle. Let's look at there. Okay, yep. So Kendall asks the same question. Has anyone mentioned yet that the dead man in the cellar that Elgin found was wearing the same striped shirt Jade was when he arrived? Yes. That's why I came with the theory that probably could be another version of Jade, or that reincarnated version, alternate version. Because them having that same shirt has got to be some type of clue. Got to be some type of clue. Yeah. Fletcher says, be honest, no one here thought Tabitha was the main character. Yeah, I didn't. I would have never have guessed it because she was so annoying. But here we are. Well, okay, so if they were hiding, I mean, somebody would have had to put the armoire in front of that door. So either that guy was being hidden or he was captive there. And I think he was captured there, maybe even tortured, because the corpse has the mouth open, associated with dying and pain. It was a safe room. But I mean, if it's a safe room, you would be able to lock it from the inside. It was barricaded. Like, I do agree that it could be a safe room, but I think it would make sense if, let's say, Miranda put Victor and Eloise in that safe room, barricaded it like it was when Elgin found it, and then she went on to save the children. Like, it would make sense, but you're talking about somebody who would have to be barricaded in there. And it's like, well, why barricade someone in there to keep them safe when they don't have a way to get out? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to get out with it being barricaded. So I'm thinking that somebody was put in there who was suffering from something, and the idea was, you're going to stay here and go through whatever you're going through. I'll come back and check on you. And the person was barricaded in because they were a danger to other people. So like maybe maybe the idea of whatever was stomping on the cabin out there in the woods where Kenny, Jim were in, or Kenny, Jade, and Christy were in, and they heard the footsteps on top of the cabin. Maybe whatever that is, maybe a werewolf type of monster, is what the corpse was, and they put the person in there hoping that they would wait out something and they would let the person out, but the person ended up dying. So you think it's possible it could be Martin? See, I was thinking maybe it could be Martin because, with the cicadas, they had Randall, Marielle, and Julie yelling, but the cicada thing happened after the worms went into the smiley creature. And we saw the worms in Martin, and they weren't making him suffer like that. They were just making him weak. So I thought about the Martin angle, that maybe it could be Martin, but I don't know. Some people said the corpse is Christopher. Doesn't make sense because Victor hides in the cellar when Miranda tells him to hide where Christopher doesn't know. So that corpse can't be him. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's possible the same way I showed the actor that I believe is the man in yellow. This could be like a whole new character. So Mary says it's going to be a shocker if it was Jade. I think it's Jade. I think it's another version of Jade. And we're dealing with reincarnation. Maybe time travel, maybe alternate reality, something. Right, so don't even worry about it. It says a quarantine room. See, that would make sense. Like they put the person in there for them to ride out whatever they was dealing with. And it would make sense if it was a quarantine room, since you're barricading the person in there and they have like a bed and everything. A room like that would be for someone, for example, in my opinion, let's say they're addicted to a substance, but whatever they're addicted to, it makes them harmful to other people. I could see them having a situation like that. The yellow and blue color theme. Yeah, Fatima needs a quarantine room. And you know what? I think whatever that guy was dealing with, maybe Fatima's dealing with it. I mean, she did stab Tilly. Maybe they put Fatima in there and have her ride out whatever she's dealing with. That would make sense. I could see that being a thing. I could definitely see that being a thing. All right, so I've kind of held you hostage for 3 hours plus a kerfuffle with the microphone situation. So thank you for everybody who stuck around for that. Thank you for the channel member that I got. Thank you for everything. So Nikisha Moore is in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for being a channel member. I really appreciate it. Salute, Nikisha. Thank you for coming. Hey, even though you did come late, you're still appreciated. You're still appreciated. Yeah, Nikisha says she'll check out the replay. Yeah, the replay is just as good. Just as good. All right, so Newt is out of here. I think I'm about to follow suit and be out of here as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Let's see. I'm gonna run a commercial and end it like that. So thanks for watching. Go forth, do great things, and I'm out. Peace.
The future's not ours to see.